Hello, I'm Kurt.
I'm Liam.
And I'm Tyler.
And this
is our inquiry. Our inquiry question is,
should we take transit up to Rockridge, Silverbridge, and Balsam Creek? Let's find out.
Our rationale. We decided to pursue this inquiry in order to do something about the lack of transit going up to Rockridge, Silverbridge, and Balsam Creek. We want access to transit so we don't have to depend on our parents for rides.
Is gas or diesel too much to get up to Balsam Creek, Rockridge, and Silverbridge if we put it in a bus? Well, the gas and diesel prices in Maple Ridge are $1.38 being the highest and $1.33 being the average. And the average transit bus holds 190 liters. So the bus would take $26,220 to fill one gas tank. So the answer is yes. If we sent buses up to Rockridge, Silverbridge, and Balsam Creek, would they not make more money? Well, naturally, yes. But fuel plays a factor too. So for it being over $20,000 just to fill up one tank, and the day passes only being $7.50 for each one, I think that they wouldn't make more money.
You'd think that there'd be a criteria for you need to place bus routes, but there's not a very big one. You just need to have them a mile apart from each other.
You may ask how many bus routes are in Maple Ridge and Pitt Meadows. Well, there are 10. We got an interview with Kurt's mom, Debbie Hable.
the question is, would houses sell better if there was bus service right out the door?
Would houses sell better what?
If there was bus service right out the door?
Houses sell better when there's transportation nearby, whatever type it may be, yeah? Maybe not right outside the door, but...
Yeah, like on the corner.
Yes, they probably would.
Why?
Because everybody likes to have easy access to transit. Like, for instance, Jamie she liked to find a place so that when she didn't have a car, so she could easily get to work and get around without having to walk far or take a cab.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye. Seeing how much more houses are getting built in Rockridge, Silverbridge, and Balsam Creek, do you think they would sell better if there was bus routes nearby? 37 said yes, 12 said no, and 2 people skipped. If TransLink decided to put bus routes in Balsam Creek, Rockridge, and Silverbridge, would your family use it? 25 said yes, 16 said no, and 10 said I do not know.
We asked people if they would like to have transit in Silverbridge, Rockridge, and Balsam Creek. 62% of the people said yes, 5% of the people said no, 5% of the people also said maybe, and 33% of the people said I live in another area.
We got a phone interview with Mary Reimer, the transit planner. Okay, hello.
All right. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm great.
Okay, so the first question is, if the government sent buses to Rockridge, Silverbridge, and Balsam Creek, what would the cost be?
So the cost of a service depends on a lot of different things. Some of the cost is the vehicle, depending on how big our fleet is already. If we have enough vehicles, then we don't need to buy any more. Some of the cost is running and maintaining the vehicles. Some of it is paying the operators and the drivers. And some of it is things like fuel and other operating costs. It depends how long a route is. So if a route is short, sometimes we can serve that route with just one bus.
In conclusion, our inquiry group has figured out that it is not a good idea for them to send transit into Rockridge, Silverbridge, and Balsam Creek. This is because it's way too much money. It's $20,000 just to run one bus to get up into these places. But if they get commercial businesses and sidewalks and all the things that need to be certified, then they could be good and they would need way more development than they already have.
So, since you're done your research and everything, what's next? So what?
So for the so what, our inquiry group is going to make a Facebook page and a Twitter account. We're going to do this because we could get people all around the world. Everyone has Facebook and Twitter now. This would be so easy to get this, but it would just be hard to get like the transit and the government involved. So we would try to go to the head office of the TransLink, but that would be pretty hard to get into. We'll try, but that's a dream. We'll go to the government and see what they can do and ask them if they'll ever consider placing bus routes in Rockridge, Silver Ridge, and Balsam Creek. That should cover the so what.